What's up guys, 2Qs here. For the last 2 years, I have been mostly skating what is considered aggressive skating, which means I'm at a skate park doing jumps, doing grinds, and mostly just beating up my skates. And that involves a frame that is going to be a little bit smaller, with wheels that are smaller. What I usually skate is anywhere from 58 to 62 millimeters. And aggressive skates are great, they're a lot of fun, there's a lot to do with them, but where aggressive skates struggle is going to be with things like commuting, long distances, picking up speed easily, and they don't do so well with rough terrains because the wheels are smaller. So I mean, you run into a pebble and things can go bad pretty quickly. Now often that means owning 2 pairs of skates, one specifically for aggressive rollerblading and the other one specifically for what is considered recreational or big wheel skating or freestyle. There's a few different names for it, and there are different categories as well. And that is where the Kizer Trimax frames come into play. You are able to take your aggressive boots and put a larger frame on them with much larger wheels. They use what's called UFS, and if you're not familiar with what UFS is, it is a standard that was made a long time ago for rollerblade boots to use, so the frames could match up with them. Now, pre the whole coronavirus thing, I went out with a couple of friends and they let me borrow the Kizer Trimax frames, and I ended up having to keep them for a while because we haven't been able to hang out since, but I ended up liking them enough to where I actually asked if I could buy them off of him because it really is the best of both worlds. Now these frames fit 100 millimeter wheels or 110 millimeter wheels. The ones that I have are the 110 millimeter wheel version, and you can find these online. They still sell them. I guess they've been out for a while now. I was able to find them on Roller Warehouse's website. The complete setup with the 110 millimeter wheels, they're white wheels, the black frame, I think they were like $114, and then the smaller size was $104, and the frames alone were maybe like $60, $70, I think. So they are still available on there. I didn't really see them anywhere else. They were like sold out on any other website that I found, and I actually tried to see if I could find them on Amazon, and there are Kizer blades on there, but they are not the types of blades that I was looking for, so you can't find them on Amazon. But yeah, took them out. I was like super curious to see how it was going to feel, whether I was going to be able to just pick it up right away and, you know, it's just going to feel like regular skating, or if it's going to be like, oh, there's definitely a difference between big wheel and like smaller wheels. And there absolutely is, but at the end of the day, it is the same sport, same fundamentals. Now, the first thing I noticed with these skates is I felt super tall. I definitely, like, they add quite a bit of height, which just means I was like average height to everybody else. And I definitely felt a little bit like a newborn baby giraffe, just trying to find my legs. But that feeling did go away pretty quickly, and the frames and wheels are so big that it's kind of hard to get my body over the skates, if that makes sense. The best way I can describe it is it feels like walking with your feet flat without actually, you know, stepping onto your heel and pushing off with your toes. I did get used to that after a while. With the wheels being so big, that's the other thing I didn't mention, is the other first thing I noticed right away is it does not take much to get going on these things. Like, they start rolling and you are able to pick up speed immediately. I have been having a lot of fun with them, whether it's riding a trail with friends and, you know, taking in the beautiful scenery, or just going to a random area and hitting up like any flat area surface and just skating around. I had somebody tell me that every time they try to get out there and just roll around, they always end up kind of getting bored, and they'll find a obstacle to end up grinding instead and end up doing that aggressive style of skating. And that's great, but I bet you they were not out there with big wheels, because with big wheels you find yourself having fun just doing small maneuvers, like just turning around, and just that free flow feeling. Overall though, I am definitely very happy with the frames. This isn't like a full-on review or anything. This is just more my experience with these Trimax frames and my experience going into the world of big wheels. Hopefully I'll be able to get like a actual setup eventually, but for the time being, I have no regrets. No, not even a single letter.
No regrets.
If you don't want 2 pairs of skates, they're excellent, and they're also made specifically for aggressive skates, so you are able to do your grinds and stuff with the big wheels if you want. They're a bit on the heavy side, so I don't really use them for that reason. If you get the chance to get them, especially if they're friends that are used, definitely pick them up. That way you guys can get out there and do your thing. Hopefully, once I get a new setup, maybe I can give these to somebody else and their story can continue, because I'm pretty sure the person I'm buying them off of, they bought them off of somebody else. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I will say, if you want a actual review on these things, Back to Blading does have one, and then Powerslide actually has one as well, because I guess Kizer is made by Powerslide. I could be wrong on that, but I saw something like that, and they do come with Powerslide wheels. But yeah, check out Back to Blading's video on them. He actually goes into specs, shows how you can rocker them. For me, again, this is just more my experience with them. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Hello.